Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is a lap guide for Dragon Trail Seaside in reverse with the Group 3 cars, and for this video I'll be using the 2018 Nissan GTR. We're under racing soft tires with BOP on and tuning disabled, and this was recorded in version 1.30 as there's an update coming this week which can potentially affect how some of these cars handle. But let's get started with the lap guide. So when you start the new lap, bring yourself towards the right because you're braking when a curb on the right starts that is before the 100 meter board. So this curb right here, brake as much as you can, turning in at the 50 meter board. So start to ease off of the brakes as you're turning in, so doing a bit of trail braking. Going on to second gear for more rotation, but exit on third gear. And you can be a little aggressive on the throttle, especially under racing soft tires, as this car has a little bit of turbo lag, so you can be just a tiny bit more aggressive on the throttle. Now here comes the chicane of death, where you want to be a little brave through here, using the 100 meter board as your turn-in point, and you're doing just a little bit of throttle control. The Nissan GTR is good on high-speed corners, so you can be a little aggressive through the chicane of death, and then this chicane go flat out. But anyways, you're braking right as you pass the 100 meter board, full braking power for a short moment, and you want to slowly ease off of the brakes as the turn starts to get a little sharper. You can use the start of the barrier that is on the right as your turn-in point, so that's where you want to turn in all the way, go down to second gear, and just be nice and careful getting on the throttle as it's a low speed turn, and if you're a little too aggressive on the throttle, you do risk getting a bit of wheel spin and spinning out. Now use the 50 meter board as your turning point, and you're simply just lifting off of throttle, so doing a little bit of throttle control, taking advantage of the curbs as they can help you turn in a little bit more. Then you can use the end of the orange barrier that is on the left as your braking and turning point, so around 25% braking power for a short moment, and again you can use those curbs to help turn in a bit more. Then use the edge of the red area on the left as your turning point, and just doing a little bit of throttle control, but make sure you don't go too wide onto the grass that is on the left. Now you're braking right as you pass the 100 meter board, so where this curb on the right starts, full braking power going down to second gear, turning in right after the 50 meter board. And you can even let the car coast for a short moment, so no braking, no throttle input. That way the car turns in a bit more and then gradually get on the throttle. For the final chicane, you're using the first half to set up for the second half of the chicane. So brake right as the curb on the right starts, so full braking power for a short moment. Ease off of the brakes as you're turning in, so a little bit of trail braking, going on to second gear for more rotation. Go up to third gear and turn in when the curb on the left ends. And you want to be nice and careful on the throttle. Don't go onto the red stuff, otherwise you do risk having the car lose control. But there we go. So that's going to be it for this part of the lap guide. In a moment we'll cross the start finish line, and then we'll get started with the part where I don't stop the video. So let's go ahead and get that started. So starting a little closer to the start finish line, you're looking for the curb on the right as it starts. That's where you start to brake, so before the 100 meter board. Briefly going on to second gear for a bit more rotation, but exit on third gear, and you can be a little more aggressive getting on the throttle. For the chicane of death, you want to try to maintain as much momentum as possible using the 100 meter board as your turning point. A little bit of throttle control as the GTR is good when it comes to high speed corners. Using the 100 meter board as your braking point, and just going along with the turn, and then using the barrier on the right as your turning point. And just trying to be careful getting on the throttle, since this car can generate quite a bit of wheel spin, especially in the lower gears. Now you're looking for the 50 meter board as that's your turning point. A little bit of throttle control, but then you want to use just a little bit of braking for this left turn, setting yourself up for this right turn, and just trying to maintain as much speed as possible without touching the grass. Looking for the curb on the right or the 100 meter board, braking right as those start, and just letting the car rotate in a bit more. So just letting the car coast, the car turns in a bit more, and then you can get on the throttle. Finally, looking for the start of the curve that is on the right, setting yourself up for the second half of the chicane, as this second half of the chicane is a little sharp, and you want to try to avoid getting on the red stuff, as that can unsettle the car and make you lose control. So with this lap, I was able to get a 135.563, so there we go. So we'll see how this lap time holds up as the week goes on, and hopefully this lap guide helped you out. So thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, you can press the like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And that's all for me, so take care. This is Mr. CA, and I'll see you in the next video.